Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So I was watching, I feel like I'm always watching a video and that's how I get inspired, but I was watching a video just the other day from Pam over at the Paper Outpost, and it was an older one of her videos. It's not something that came out recently, but she was giving a tutorial on how to make the faux leather covers, but she did it differently. So it's like a faux suede cover. And I am going to show you what she did. So I did like a dry run. I did a prototype, and it's drying. So this video is actually going to be done in parts because you have to let it dry. But after I got done following the first part of her video to make the, like the cover, I thought, this is so cool, and I want to, reshare her idea. So it's really simple. All this is, actually you can see, this is just a paper bag from Walmart, and it's cut down. And in her video, which actually I will link below, she shows how she cut down the paper bag, but it's really simple. Let me grab another paper bag, and I will show you. So, for example, here is, one of my market basket bags. So all you do is you just cut a little sliver off this side and the other side, a little, and then it actually opens up into a full sheet. And then, you just cut down the part that you need. So this is the one side of the bag, and then the bottom part would be right here, and then the other side goes up this way. So I just took one side, and don't worry about it having writing or anything, because later in the video on her thing, this part, it doesn't show because we're just more concerned about the outside. So once you have your paper bag cut down, and it doesn't have to be this big, you can use, I'm assuming, a smaller paper bag. I don't see why not. In her video she did use a big paper bag, so I just also used a big paper bag. So, sorry, had to take a sip of water. The first thing you want to do is we're going to completely crinkle up the bag. So just take it and just really, really, really wrinkle it up. And what I just realized, the first one that I did, I used a market basket bag, and those bags are like heavy, heavy duty, because I had a lot of trouble crinkling it up. This one, not as much, but I mean, it's still, you think just crinkling up a paper bag should be easy. It's not. Okay, so when you finish crinkling it, open it. And this part is important, and she stresses this. You think you crinkled it up really, really well, but it actually really isn't crinkled. This is nice and crinkled here, but look at this side. This is all big crinkles. We want it really, really wrinkly like that. So you're gonna have to re-crinkle it several times until it gets to the wrinkliness and crinkliness that is good. And I'll show you what I mean when we get there. So you wrinkle it up, and then open it up again, and then just take a look at it and see it's still really not crinkly right here. It is nice. This part, and I don't know if it'll show on camera, see how like right this area, this is basically what you want for the whole thing. So pay attention to the sides. So you're gonna have to crinkle, open, re-wrinkle, re-crinkle, re. I mean, it did take me several times with the other one, because you think you're doing a great job, and then you realize, oh, well, I completely missed a section. This part isn't so crinkly over here, and I'm sorry if it's hard to hear with the crinkling of the bag, but I like to talk and work at the same time. Okay. Oh, I don't know what all this. Okay. Let's see. We're getting there. Right here could be a little bit more crinkled. And also, as you're doing this crunching and crinkling, it helps loosens the fibers. That's what she says, to make it more pliable. Okay, let's see how this looks now. Let's see. I feel like it's okay. I think just one more nice big crinkle up should do it. Okay. Ooh. That's kind of a workout, believe it or not. Like, my hands are really, really tired. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're going to sort of straighten it out. Not flatten it out, but straighten it out. Okay. All right, so I think this is fine. So I'm just kind of opening it up a little. You don't want it flat because you want all these little edges, you know, kind of to stick up. And I don't know if you can see what I mean, but like there's like lots of little mountains and then like valleys and stuff. That's what we want. Okay, next step, we're gonna take some inks, and she was using just her regular distress inks and stuff. So what I'm gonna start with is just this vintage photo, and she started with browns and stuff, but she ended up adding like, I think, blues in there and greens, which didn't show so much, but there was, you know, a little hints of them. I'm staying all within the kind of browns. So I'm going to use Vintage Photo, Walnut Stain, and then Timber Brown from Stays On. And all we're doing now is just pushing it across the paper. You don't want to put it down hard, just, you know, kind of lightly push it across. And this one is, I don't know if this is actually out. I can sort of see it, but this might just be not working anymore. So let's go with our Vintage Photo. No, this is the Walnut Stain. Okay, now I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I'm starting to see the brown come on, and we're just gonna kind of keep going around, and you know, move your paper, and you're always just kind of brushing away from you. And I hope you can hear me over all of this noise that I'm making, but you see it's starting to kind of, you're starting to see like the outlines of the different what she's calling like mountaintops, because it basically, when you're running your ink over, it's just going on the top parts of the crinkles and then leaving the other ones underneath. Okay, but now I want to come in a little bit darker, so I'm using this Stays On. It's called Timber Brown. I may be using it. There we go. And this is going to give it a real like darker I don't know, effect. And remember, you're not pushing too hard. Can you see it now? Can you see like all the dark lines? And okay, so, and you can, you know, turn it around a couple times just to make sure you're happy with the way it's looking. And you can, you know, brush this side and then turn it and then brush it this way, so it gets each side of the big crinkle. Okay, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me just close this, and I'm going to hold it up a little bit closer so you can see it. I don't know how well that comes out on camera, but in person it's really good. Now, the next two steps are actually really fun. Well, the next step isn't, you know, fun, but the one after that is. So we're going to take a little water and then just sort of lightly spray it over the paper. Okay, now, this is the best part. We're going to take some conditioner, hair conditioner. Yes, I said hair conditioner. The conditioner that I use is this. It's just regular Suave. This one is Rose Oil Infusion Volumizing Conditioner, which is funny because it's for fine and flat hair. I didn't notice that when I bought it because I have very thick and wavy hair, but I love the smell of this, so that's why I use it. And what we're going to do, so let me just turn my ring a little bit because I don't want to get it too much. Okay, we're going to put like a, I'd say about that much or so in our hands. She had it in a bowl, but it looks kind of like this much. And then we're going to squirt it down with water to get it really wet. And then we're going to condition the paper. And all I'm going to do is this. Just rub it like this. Like we're having a little spa day and you're conditioning the paper. And I guess what this does is it kind of moisturizes the paper and brings, I don't know. She did have an explanation for it. I don't remember what exactly it was, but yeah. I think I need, oh my gosh, I think I put a little too much. And then you can pick it up again, crumple it up, and just really work the conditioner in there. Yeah, I definitely put a little too much because I see conditioner all over my fingers still. All right, so let's open it back up. And already, when you lie it back down, it almost feels like a suede now. It's real soft, real like look it. It's just so almost material-like, you know? And then if you see, hold on, let me open it up again. See, doesn't it look like old, like cracked leather? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, now at this point, we have to let this air dry. So that is all for the first part of this video. I have to go and kind of wash up and let this dry. I do have one that I made earlier, so hopefully that'll dry a little bit faster, or I mean sooner, and I can do a part 2. If not, I'll have to come back, and I don't know when I'll do the part 2, but it will definitely be a part 2 to this. But already, oh my gosh, it's so soft. It feels like suede, like it literally feels like suede. It's the craziest thing that this used to be a really tough grocery bag, and now it's like this real soft. It's almost like, I wish you could just kind of reach your hand through the camera and just feel it. You won't even recognize this as used to be a paper bag. Like literally, it's so cool the way this transforms. So go get yourself a paper bag, do this first part, and meet me back here for part 2, okay? So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.